Welcome back, everybody. It's our Thanksgiving episode.
It will be Thanksgiving by the time we're done, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, we'll go ahead and jump back in if everybody's set and ready to go. Last time on Simply Another Band of Curiously Odd Travelers, you all had long discussions with Eldrick Runeweaver, one of the Archmages of the Amethyst Academy, as well as Elias Drexel, the Lord Commander of the Hooded Lanterns, after a rather intense ordeal within the Cathedral of St. Vitruvio, having lost 3 of the 6 seals that you had previously acquired. Well, 2 of the 6, the third coming from the Lord Commander himself, having to give them over in a sort of bomb ransom situation with an individual who was more than likely the Queen of Thieves, or worked for the Queen of Thieves, or was perhaps being controlled by this strange Queen of Thieves. Now, with no information to go on for a number of the remaining seals, the only known entity in this equation being the inscrutable staff, or the staff of power within the inscrutable tower, the Amethyst Academy's tower here in Drakenheim, a massive 1,200-foot spire that jets up into the skyline of the city, and having been struck by the meteor right before it made landfall within the southern portion of the city. The upper half, the upper third or so, remains in defiance of gravity, held aloft by the remaining arcane phenomenon that surrounds the tower. Tim, you would remember that this tower is one of 3 well-known locations controlled by the Amethyst Academy. One being the Inscrutable Tower of Drakenheim, another in the free cities of Luberio, known as the Enigma Ziggurat, and another the Labyrinth in the Caspian portion of the continent. Dangerous locations and strange arcane dwellings from a time long past of the Sorcerer Kings, ancient times, even millennia ago, when these were first constructed, and their overall magical phenomenon and creation all but lost to time, especially after this catastrophe, the fall of the meteor. You all had a number of discussions with Eldrick and Elias, as well as purchased some new arcane implements, weapons, armor, potions in preparation to assault and hopefully take control of this tower once more. A vital strategic point, as well as secure one of the remaining seals that you all are aware of, because it was once wielded by the Archmage of Drakenheim the day of the fall of the meteor, when they were inside the tower. No one, as far as anyone knows, has been inside this tower or been able to even get to the tower up until now. But as you all were guided as far as possible by the hooded lanterns on the rooftops, through the cities of Drakenheim, through the streets of Drakenheim, to the entrance gardens of the Inscrutable Tower, you were forced to take another dosage of the Aqua Expurgo, an improved version of it, mind you, by the Amethyst Academy, but nonetheless painful, as it must be injected directly into the chest in order to allow it to stop itself. Allow it to enter directly into the bloodstream to have its most potent effect. But now you all have snuck to the very edge of the walled garden, man-made gardens of the Academy, where you are greeted by a horde of contaminated abominations, a couple of which are as tall as some townhomes, standing high above the tree lines within this garden. Several more of these awful-looking sludge creatures emitting this noxious, acrid odor and cloud of gas around them. Between you and the entrance to the tower waits. What would you all like to do?
So I started blasting, and then no, I don't really know what the hell to do. What we're gonna do? I mean, we probably want to try to avoid him as long as we can. Where exactly on the map are we right now? Bottom left, I think you said, right?
The very bottom in the center.
Okay.
Basically where the map stops that you guys see is the let me zoom in here for those watching. Yeah, you'd be at that very bottom portion in the center. You could hide behind those trees if you'd like. As far as you know right now, you have not been detected by any of these creatures. They don't show any outward signs. You still have your pass without a trace up, I believe, Cedric, from towards the tail end of last session. You would have that up for probably another 45 or 50 minutes at least. But at this point in time, you don't see any sign that you've been noticed, but you have quite a ways to go before reaching the steps, which are on the opposite end of this narrow walled space. The walls on the outside are a mixture of hedges as well as concrete and steel that go up about 15 feet on each side, with the hedges on the inside to kind of mask that.
Can we tell what these like actual glowing things are like throughout the courtyard?
Yes. Well, so there's actually more than what you see there. These are just happen to be this particular map. I couldn't find one that it didn't unfortunately come with this particular map. But I believe I read off there are massive. Up until now, the largest piece of delirium that you all have seen was the piece that you recovered from the Rat's Nest Tavern, a crystal about the size of a softball. These crystal clusters that you see now, some are taller than you, Georgio, and you, Cedric, and are as wide as tree trunks. They are hundreds, if not thousands, of pounds of crystal delirium. And the fog that is emitting around this space is as thick as you have ever seen it. And they are scattered about. The crystals you see here are just the ones that were represented on the map, but I would say they're roughly every 50 or 60 feet apart. There's another cluster of varying size to the last.
That's crystals.
As far as value, Tim, these would be in the hundreds of thousands of gold in street value of raw delirium.
I guess it is. That's the very least thing on my mind right now.
Just in a perspective of somebody who would know.
Can that fit into your bag of holding?
Oh, I guess it just says, oh, no, yeah. I got you.
You watch as these creatures sort of not so much walk, but slough about, like just moving in these amorphous forms.
So
The legs of these larger creatures not so much walking and stepping as they retract and extend like pseudopods from the main body. Just these blobs of loosely formed meat, more so than any type of solidified skeletal creature. The scent coming off of these smaller ones is putrid and acrid, like the mixture of a castle's worth of rotten food and an entire building's worth of dead animals.
So, I mean, we have to figure out a way to sneak through, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this this is all we can see for the smaller ones and then these 2 giant ones?
That is, you can give me a perception check if you want to
Yeah, I would like to.
confirm if you can see anything further.
Okay, never mind. I've got a 3 on the dice. Let's see, where's my perception is going to be +6, so a 9.
Unfortunately, between the thick, foggy haze and the glow of these crystal clusters, it's extremely hard to see beyond the defined structure that you see directly in front of you, the massive black obsidian obelisk that stands before you, and these large creatures and those that you've seen thus far.
Question for you. We've all injected ourselves with this Aqua Expurgo.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remind me functionally how that works? It's every 6 minutes?
No, so it depends on the location and the intensity. In this type of situation, most likely every 10 to 20 minutes you would need to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain your to ward off the contamination mechanically. As far as the Aqua Expurgo goes, you have 3 charges to the Aqua Expurgo that you can basically auto-succeed a saving throw that would otherwise cause you to take contamination levels. But after the 3rd charge is spent, you are incapacitated for 1 hour.
Immediately. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
But you do have, with the Aqua Expurgo, you do have advantage against contamination saves.
Okay, so it gives us advantage, and then
As long as you have the charges.
throughout the duration.
Yep.
And then, okay. We've interacted with some of these crystals before, not this big, but in general, so would I have any knowledge of what would happen if we went and got really close to these giant crystals?
You would probably be within the densest part of the deep haze. So the closer you get to them, based on what you've seen thus far, proximity, direct contact, you would likely need to probably more frequently make saving throws based on what you've seen thus far.
Okay.
I don't even know what we can do exactly, except just hope that we can get through.
Yeah, I mean, we have the without a trace on, so I mean, we can just do our best to just walk through until we get caught.
How deep is the water?
Just from a cursory glance, or are you trying to look in specific areas?
So like, I'm these, like, on the map I see it looks like rivers, but I don't know if this is like puddles of water or if this is like a creek.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. See how much you can tell.
16.
16. The 16, you can tell there probably some vary. They vary anywhere from knee deep to waist deep.
Okay.
They
So
are
not
more
deep
like
enough
man-made
to-
ponds than in certain areas than
Yeah.
rivers. Some of the areas where they are wider, you can tell that especially where some of these crystals have come directly out of the water, they are exceedingly deep and hazy, and more than likely with that perception check, you would tell this water is likely entirely contaminated as well.
Yeah, okay. Crazy idea was maybe if it was deep enough we could like wade through the water to give us some semblance of cover, but it's not deep enough. And also, if it's as contaminated as it looks, that would not work.
Based on what you've seen thus far, you've noticed in the past when you were taking the river crossing with the ferryman, the undead ferryman across the main river that parts the city of Drakenheim in half. That water was also contaminated. That there were definite signs of the delirium drifting from the main crash site into the water sources. You can tell here this water looks even worse. It is
Effectively, yeah.
It is
Crystals are sitting
as
in the
thick
water.
as
in some spots.
gravy in certain areas. By comparison, more like swamp water than it is river water.
I mean, the way it looks is no matter what we'd have to do, we'd have to wade through. But like, I'm trying to figure out like potentially what we can do. I mean, one thing I have, which I mean, it would be kind of annoying to try because I would have to figure out how I can move to get, you know, avoid the water. Is that I can cast floating disc, and I can probably have you guys go on it, but I don't know how heavy, because it says the max is 500 pounds, so I don't know how much you all weigh together.
More than that.
Like,
Yeah.
I figured that'd be the case.
Giorgio and
Yeah.
Cedric together are 600-700 pounds probably.
Oh, then never mind.
I don't know what your equipment is, but
Yeah.
your average creature probably weighs, two of you probably 300 plus each, just your own body weight, and then your gear on top of that, easily over that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just looked in character in. This is something we picked, I guess, whenever I first made the character, but I've listed at 300 pounds. So.
Y'all are built like linebackers.
Yeah. So looking at this, I can get there in 2 telekinetic leaps. I could just jump over everything, but that's just me. And that's flying through the air, very easily spotted. And then if I get to the door and it's locked, then everything is looking at me, and like there's nothing I can, like.
Yeah. I can teleport me and one other person across the courtyard too. Like all the way to the door.
How many times can you do that?
The level 4 spell. Let me check.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I can do it. It's one of those weird things. The way that's written, it seems like only I and one other person can go through, so I would be on the opposite side. So.
Are you talking about dimension door?
Take everyone across.
Yeah.
Dimension door. You can take yourself and one other.
Floating disc?
No, well, I mean, I can go on it, but the problem is that the only way the disc moves is if I'm away from it more than 20
if you
feet.
step too far away, and then it comes to you. Okay.
I have to be 20 feet away from it in order to move. So like, I would have to keep moving. So I mean, technically I could. So I mean, if anything, that's like, if I could ride it, that'd be great. But no, I can't.
Oh,
but I mean, I have Misty Step now. So I mean, I could like.
Step.
Yeah, I can do 30 feet. It's where my movement speed is, but I think it's level 2.
Yeah, Misty Step is 30 feet.
Yeah, teleportation. I can cast that.
So this is like Cedric can open up a portal, and the 2 of them can go across. And how far does that go? Can you go straight to the front door?
Yeah, it goes up to 500 feet.
Okay, so is it line of sight just as long as you can see where you're going, or not even?
No, I can even just like think about like
where you want to be. Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So this is what I'm looking at then. Cedric and Chugrulk can take a teleport right in there. If you can walk 30 feet, then Misty Step. Right click, please. It won't miss you. Okay, so walk 30 feet, misty step another 30 feet, and that's like one turn. And then another misty step puts you right here, and then you can walk to the door, right? So like that's 2 turns for you.
Yeah, but I just gotta make sure one thing.
Well, so more specific logistics we can work out in just a second. I think I can do. Where's the telekinetic leap? Just to make sure that I'm remembering that right. Limited use. There we go. Telekinetic movement. No. Psi-powered leap. Here it is. Flying speed equal to twice your walking speed until the end of the current turn. JJ, I can fly the 60-foot flying speed and then walk another 30, right? Is it
leap? You could leap your 30. I don't know if you can run after that.
So it says gain flying speed equal to twice your walking speed, but so I don't know if that means I have 30 walking and 60 flying, or if it's like 60. If I go from 0 to 60.
It says
flying,
double your walking speed.
Yeah, twice your walking speed.
Yeah, it's just it's double your walking. You don't get your walk after that too,
Yeah, just
unless you
okay.
Right, unless you dashed as an action, then you would.
Okay.
Then you could continue running another 30 feet. That would put you at 90 with your action.
How does flying speed work with dash?
Yeah.
Can you dash flying?
Yes. How's your sonic leap? How long does it last? Is it one?
It's a bonus action. It lasts until the end of the current turn. So if I dash as my action, psi-powered leap is my bonus action.
Okay.
Could I then fly, basically do 2 jumps for 120 feet?
Well, it costs your bonus action to use, so you only have 1 bonus action.
Yeah, so I'll read the whole thing to you. It says, as a bonus action, you can propel your body with your mind. You gain a flying speed equal to twice your walking speed until the end of the current turn. Once you take this bonus action, you can't do so again until you finish the short. So if I bonus action psi-powered leap and then main action dash, would that give me double the movement of the psi-powered leap?
It would give you the psi-powered leap, and then your that would be your movement, and then your dash, as far as I would understand that.
Okay, and so the dash that gives
that'd
me the
put you at 90 total movement. Yeah.
So 90. That's right in front of the front door.
Right. It puts you right about where the water is, plus or minus. You know, right in front or right after.
Yeah. So, what's the Shiny? What were you gonna say about your Misty Step?
Oh, it wasn't.
I can get to the front door in 1 turn.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the fact of Misty Step. It just was like making sure like I don't get caught by the guy is what it is, because I do have disadvantage in stealth, and what I was trying to look at is me taking off my armor, but because of what I am, it takes an hour for me to take off my armor, and it takes an hour for me to put it on. So it's just like, you know, in the time.
2 hours of our 6-hour window for Luxburg, right?
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, I mean, I could do it, but I gotta, you know. Hope I don't boost the throws.
Spudley, do you have anything that gives you some sort of enhanced movement?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Not really, to be completely honest. I've got like, I was trying to think, do I have leap or something? But I couldn't really see anything about that. Being a bugbear, I would have something along those lines, but that's all I can think of. I don't remember getting anything that was actually.
I mean, you can jump, but that doesn't increase your overall movement.
Yeah, it doesn't give you any extra speed. The only reason I do is because it's the psi-powered leap thing. So,
at most you could really run, action dash at 60 feet, and then action surge dash again. That would give you 90.
Yeah, but then you lose your action surge, and I think that's going to be some with it how ridiculous this thing is going to be. I think that it's going to be very necessary.
I'm actually okay.
You got it?
I have potion of invisibility. I totally forgot about.
What is that?
I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna take it so I don't get seen. I totally forgot.
You can do that. I can take Chugrulk over.
Yeah, I just can't cast a spell, so I just gotta take my time.
Yeah, and then
while
I just need
do
to be
that
careful about.
Yeah, so you're just gonna kind of go up the right side, right, Brad?
I think I'm gonna go across the middle because I don't want to, because 60 feet puts me in range for this guy, and I don't want to land next to him and then have to leave. So what I'm looking at maybe is if I like from here go like 60 to here.
Something that I can do is once I reach to the other side, and these are only 5 5-foot squares, right?
Yeah, they're 5 foot apiece.
I could also go ahead and once I get across, try to cast like thaumaturgy or something, just like make noise in an area, which might be able to like lure people away.
Draw some attention back over here.
Yeah, so like it depending on which way you were gonna go, I could cast it like kind of over on the like left-hand side by where the bigger of the 2 guys are, and just try to like divert any sort of tension over there.
So really, all I would need is this one out the way. Because if I go from here, I can jump this way and I don't cross into any characters, any enemy range. And then from here, if I run this way, I can get to here, and I never step into any threat square. I guess, or I'm here over basically, right?
Yeah. So I could go ahead and just cast it off to the left of that guy, like maybe over into the water where like that smaller tree is to the left of him, just to try to like lure, like make some sort of noise, lure that thing over.
Yeah. And then if this thing comes across, if this one ends up coming across, then I just go around even further. And then in one turn, I get basically worst case scenario. In one turn, I'm over here. Right. I end up over. And then hopefully a second turn, I just have to go right there. Hopefully the door's just open. So I think that would be the easiest thing. The only thing that we lose is if you teleport away, then the 2 of us over here, Tim and Georgio, both lose your pass without trace, because that's like a 25-foot radius, right? Gotta be pretty close to you, I think. Because it's centered on you, yeah.
Each creature, you choose. Yeah, within 30 feet of me. So yeah, you would lose that.
Yeah, but so Tim's got the invisibility, so I know that we're not super worried about that. But then, so it's really just me just jumping through the air and then trying to sprint the rest of the way.
Yeah, if you make it to that second point that you were saying, that would be within 30 feet of me. So at that point, you would get it.
Yeah. And then. Okay. Does that anybody else have any other ideas? Because I think that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got nothing because I got no idea with the whole movement kind of side of things. I'm bare.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are discussing this. Can I get one more stealth check from everyone?
Oh,
no. No, you
do have a plus 10 though.
Do we have, if we're wearing armor that has disadvantage, pass without trace gives us advantage on it, right? So it cancels it out.
It's just straight plus 10.
It just gives us plus a ridiculous number. That's right. That's right. Okay.
Straight up plus 10.
So rolling 2.
So yeah. Cedric's case, you'd have 13.
No, sorry, 15. I got a 3 on the dice.
I got a 12 plus. What was the path that I passed?
10.
Plus 10. So yeah, you'd have a 22 total.
Yeah.
So altogether, we have a really high total, right, Stopper?
You're also in a very open space.
We're covered by trees.
We're behind trees.
Give me a sec. You're really close. It's a pretty high DC because you got 20-foot monsters that have range over the top of the tree line. Give me a moment here. I gotta run.
Maybe they forgot their glasses at home.
They got a lot of eyes.
You did have a rather high one with Tim's 31 there, so that helps you a lot.
Yeah. 31.
What was yours, Brad? 15?
Okay. 15.
Is that 15 plus 10?
No.
That's guys are just here. just over. The DC was 20, and you were just barely over it.
Let's go.
Take that natural one.
But you can tell that these creatures
Benji, quiet.
have detected something. You may or may not be able to continue this much longer.
Do we have a good plan, guys? Because we gotta go.
Yeah, I think it's as good as ever. I'm fine with it.
So,
Tim, you ready to take that potion of invisibility?
So who's doing what and who's going first here? You guys have one surprise round before we roll initiative here.
I'm going to cast Dimensions 4, and
Okay.
I believe immediately take a Grulk over with me.
Okay. Giorgio, can you drop your token on the board as well?
Yeah, sorry. I thought
No, you're
that
good.
just a
You're
second
good.
ago. Whereas I got distracted. I was pulling it up and not doing it.
You're good. Okay, so who's doing what first? Let's just get the order of operations going here. Like I said, we won't roll initiative during the surprise round, but you got one round of actions before we and movement basically before these creatures will be alerted to something going on. The moment you start casting spells, they're gonna know. Unless you have some way to hide yourself from verbal and somatic components.
I think Tim is first with the invisibility potion. I would imagine there's no reason to not do that immediately. So that if anything alerts them, you're already invisible.
Yeah, makes sense. So,
Can you dismiss your crab, or does he also turn invisible?
I'll dismiss him. It's okay. I mean, it's okay.
It's just that I don't want to leave him behind.
No,
That's
Citizen Snips!
Citizen Snips, you'll come back.
I imagine he just integrates with your form like a shoulder pad, and he just sticks on there for flavor.
I mean,
totally for
realistically,
flavor, not canon. But that's how I imagine this thing go down.
I would let him crawl in like in my mouth or whatever. I feel like if I pop a potion, what? He's a who cares? And I feel like if I take
y'all
the
give me
potion,
shit about
he's
the
just gonna be
sludge
floating
monsters.
crab. He's just
I
gonna
like
be
how everybody
floating
was
crab.
different visions of this. Like I'm sitting there expecting you to like pull your like cat backwards, Ash catch it, and like you've got this whole like shoulder thing. Like you've got this.
He's in a fucking Pokeball.
Yeah, everybody's got completely
Idea of
different
what's going
visions of
on.
this.
Oh, all right.
All right, so he goes away. I will use my potion of invisibility.
Okay.
And then I will move. So I just try to make sure. So I'll move 30 feet. So on the map, so like I'll go 5, 10.
Yeah.
15.
What's your
Yeah,
route you're taking? Because this is gonna have ramifications here. So
I'm pretty much gonna try to stick to the right. So like how, like for example, like I'm just gonna put my token here. Like how wide? Because this is really the only part that I have to worry about. Is that part where the river? Like how wide is that river?
That river there is about 7 or 8 feet wide.
Okay.
From what you can tell, it's probably about 2, maybe 2.5 feet deep at its middle point, sloping, down and then back up immediately again before reaching a. So you can certainly give me an athletics to jump over it, or you can try to go around it.
I really can't go around it. I don't think I can. Yeah, there's no way for me to really go around it because everywhere we are, there's a mouth of the river.
Well, it would be easier in this area. Oops, sorry. Let me get my pointer here. The area directly in front of you, these 3 squares are not only is it difficult terrain if you were to run through it, but you run the risk of incurring contamination by running through it. If you want to try to jump over it, it's going to require an athletics check. Or you can try to, the shortest point here, the narrowest point and the least deep would be right here. At least the closest narrowest point to you. If you're trying to stay to the right. Right.
Yeah,
You'd eat up a little bit more movement, but you don't have to make the athletics jump.
Is Misty Step a full action?
It's a bonus action.
Bonus action.
Okay, so you like me, you can dash for 60 feet across the ground, and then
drinking the potion would have been your action, though.
Okay, that's right. Drinking the potion is the action. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the problem. I can't use Misty Step once I pop the potion because once you cast a spell, it's gone. So that's why, like,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So I'll figure it out. It's all right. So so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll stop there.
Right, you're right at the edge of a, here the lake kind of curves back this way. So you're kind of on a narrow portion between the hedges and the outer wall here.
Okay.
The narrow path of dirt you're at right there. Who's up next?
Cedric, I think because you were going to go over there and then try and do some...
Yeah. I'm going to Chugrulk's hand. You're coming with me.
Yeah.
And the door's going to just apparate in front of us. And we're just going to push through. And I'm just thinking the entire time, front of the academy, front door of the academy, front door of the academy.
You got it. You listen as the... Yeah, you can drag your tokens right to the front door there. You all hear as Cedric begins to utter the arcane words. In your mind, Cedric, you repeat in your mind over and over, front door of the academy, front door of the academy. What you all hear is a mixture of arcane words mixed with bits of celestial and the divine as you watch a brilliant lit door open up in front of the two of them as they step through, and as the lighted door closes, you hear this slamming sound that echoes in this space as the two of them vanish to the other side of the garden area. If you guys want to drop your tokens there, but you can definitely see there is a recognition of said sound as these two larger creatures in specific turn and begin to move in the direction of this sound. We're still in the surprise round, but there is definitely a recognition of something is here and something is acting abnormally.
Okay, and then for me, how tall are these small things?
5 to 6 feet tall. They vary a little bit up and down. At the very most, about 6 feet tall.
Yeah, hang on 1 second. Sorry.
To see if he makes it across is be great right now.
I just picture myself like against the wall, like Emperor's New Groove, just going mo 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 mo.
Dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun-dun. Is it just me, or has Amazon just had a stupid amount of advertisement everywhere? Like emails, alerts. I've probably gotten over 24 alerts today from Amazon Black Friday.
Black Friday
shit.
sales,
Yeah. Anyway,
it's crazy. Yeah. Sorry.
So, Giorgio, be specific as to where you are running wise and where you're jumping from, because it does have an impact.
So, what I think the best course of action for me to do is if I run to here.
Okay.
I think, or here. This way I avoid threat from this first one.
Okay.
I'll have to jump over this river.
Right. You would need to jump, but if you have your psionic whatever activate.
But this is all part of my
Oh, okay.
ground speed. So
Gotcha.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to dash first.
Okay.
That it gives me that 30 feet.
Right.
And then run and jump to here.
Okay.
And then from there, then I'll jump afterwards if I make it there.
Okay.
So
the gap here in this
athletics.
river is probably about 5 or 6 feet wide. It's not a difficult DC, but go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Okay, so I've rolled a 2. It's a 7.
Okay. Unfortunately, as you're...
Pause.
I'm okay.
Pause. Don't tell me. I don't know if I'm right under or right over. I want to see if I have, because I think I took lucky. I
Okay.
think. Because I might want to just use that right now and just not have to worry about it. Where is... No, I didn't. I didn't take lucky. I thought that I might have. I remember I was thinking about it, but it did not. Not a saving throw, so Indomitable doesn't work. Yeah, okay. Did I make it?
With a 7, unfortunately, you slip as you go to make the leap, and your foot sinks into the mud. And you don't quite make it through. It's not deep water. You do lose 5 feet of movement, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw against contamination as you step into this murky water.
Constitution saving throw. That's going to be a 17.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, so I get the Constitution save and I get 25 feet. Okay. So 25 feet will put me here.
Right.
Okay, and then from here, then I will telekinetic leap. Oh, fucker. Well, the best spot is, I guess, right next to this little guy.
Okay.
I'm going through the air.
Right.
I know that, like, the line I'm drawing passes barely through the corner of what is technically threat radius for this thing. Would I provoke an attack of opportunity whenever I leave those squares?
No, because they would have to see you first.
Okay.
If you went into their melee and they knew you were coming, then you would take an attack of opportunity. But they have to have They have to see you.
Okay.
'Cause technically, right now you're still stealthed in their mind. They haven't. This is still a surprise round, as you're basically all doing this at once.
Yeah. Then I'm just gonna land right next to this little one.
Okay.
So I'll side-powered leap, and then it's just 60 feet flying.
Okay. So you can go ahead and
so
put
I'll
your
land right here.
Yeah, you can put your token there next to the creature. As you land solidly without issue, but you land, and as you do, that acrid smell is all over your scent glands. It is immediately as you land down, you get this cloud of almost like spores. Like it's like you sucked in, like you jumped into a pile of leaves, and the thick bits and pieces of this contaminated gas that is coming out of this creature, like some sort of toxic bellows. As it squats down, you see this gas come billowing out from underneath it that is just surrounding it completely on all sides. I need another Constitution saving throw from you. You do have advantage because this is contamination.
Disadvantage or with advantage?
With advantage.
Okay, so
this is against contamination.
So 20 total.
20 total. You're just barely able to keep your breakfast down in your stomach as you get this mouthful of this stuff, but you're able to hold your breath long enough to look over. But right as you do, you see these eyes begin to move around this clump of flesh, and they turn. At first, there are no pupils, and as they turn through this flesh and they hear your boot falls, immediately turn and look directly at you. At this point, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Sorry, guys.
No, you were good. It's just at this point, you guys you've already outed yourself between the spells, and the only one that they aren't aware of right now is Tim. But give me one sec here.
Did you guys see my
I actually
roll
do
then, or not? 'Cause I
have
got some
the
weird-
list here. Give me a
Yours is in
sec.
there.
Okay, I think that puts everybody in order there. Cool. That's so much better. Now I just have to keep track of hit points, which is so much better than sitting there having to move stuff around. So,
Yeah.
with that, as you all have made your move and ousted yourself, at least most of you, Chugrulk, we are back to you. You stand at the precipice of the door. In front of you, you see this solid slate, black obsidian door with this arcane sigil on the front. Not unlike the emblems that you've seen the Amethyst Academy wear. In fact, I might have... Let me see if I can show you guys. I think it was on the marker on the outside facade, the kind of the plans that Eldrick showed you guys. Yeah, it's this one. You should see the marker on there. That's what you see right at the front. Is just below that marker, you see almost this 12-foot tall, solid door, and where you would normally see some sort of divide between the doors, all you see is this ovular top and solid. You don't see any type of keyhole or any type of mechanism to enter. Just a solid wall that is framed by masonry, like a framework. What would you call it? Like a window frame, basically, but made out of masonry. But going back to where we were, but just to give you an idea of where you currently are.
Spanner in the works is my plan. I was gonna kick the shit out of this door. All right, masonry. Don't know if that's gonna be the play. Now Georgio, it looks like he's could be under some strife. I might turn back and maybe whip it back into his aid.
If you turn and look at me, I would shout, "Get the door."
Yeah. Okay. Well. I mean, like, I feel like I'm the worst person to be going first because this seems like some kind of arcane door and I'm fucking gladiator. But
yeah, right.
But hey,
just, yeah.
that's the only
Whatever
reason that
you
my
got.
first instinct was to come and help you. But hey, all right, I'm gonna I guess like just inspect the door for any for anything like I guess small or hidden or you know that looks like it could be like any way of opening it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh,
As you frantically look at this door. With a 9, you don't see much of anything other than just this giant sigil on the front of it.
Just a big ass sigil. I'm gonna yell out across. Just yell. Oh, I don't know if I want to yell out. I guess I'm just gonna turn to Cedric and ask, just quietly, you know, have you got any clues on where to start? Because this thing looks heavy.
Probably magic.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Hey, Magic Man, what do you got then?
Yeah. So I think at this stage, I'm not going to have much to do if Georgio's calling for me pretty clearly not to, you know,
Yeah,
engage.
I think I'm okay. So
Yeah, that's a
whether
yeah. So I think I'm
whether or
just
not I
gonna have
am,
to-
who knows? But I think I'm
No,
okay.
yeah. I mean, hey, I'm gonna blame you if you're not. So I'm gonna just call it there and turn it over to Georgio.
Okay.
Okay,
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, at this stage, I think unless because we've if I'm not mistaken, we've all come out of a rest. I've got all of my health. I don't think there's anything I need to prep. Like I'm not a spellcaster or anything. Unless I've gotten massively confused with how this sword works. If I have to like prep it or something for a fight.
You do have to call out its command word. I
So
believe it
similar
explains
to-
it. It explains
Yeah,
it in the
similar to
description.
Thunder. Yeah.
Under the sword's description, it'll tell you everything you need to know.
Okay, yeah. I think that
At least for its additional effects, you would need to call out its name.
yeah. I think maybe I guess like that would be my big thing is maybe just like I had to, you know, to unsheath my sword and call its name, and call out, I guess, as quietly as appropriate.
Well, quiet's kind of out the window at this point. They know you're here.
True. Yeah, then I guess I'm just trying to think of if there's anything that potentially hasn't heard the wind. I don't want to be that guy that's all of a sudden there's 30 other things that are just oh shit, okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna call out the name and get myself ready for if shit goes sour before my.
Okay. Well, two things for you. One, you draw out the holy blade, and as you draw it out, it casts out a light, and I believe it should say it radiates a light on it.
Yeah, there's a lot. It says a lot, so I'm just trying to look at it now. It's about...
Yeah, it has a radius of light that it emits.
Yeah, here we go. While your sword is ablaze. Oh, wait. 40-foot radius. Yeah.
Yep. So this whole garden all the way out to about till this second massive creature. There's just this wide radius of light that extends out from this sword. As you call out its name, Ignatius, and you all for the first time see the regality of this weapon. It is immaculate and beautiful.
And loud.
And loud. And Chugrulk, in your mind, you hear the call full stock at this point. The command and the cry of this blade. Come, partner! We will smite these abominations and send them into dust! The second thing, just so you know, this may be something you're not aware of yet, being a little more new to D&D. If you want to, you can prep an action or prepare an action. So if something were to come near you, you state the condition as to what would trigger said action. In this case, an attack. So if you wanted to, then if something triggered that, you can use as a reaction when it's not your turn to attack. So that's something. Right. It's called a held action, is what it's referred to as. So in this case, just so in case you don't want to do something and put yourself away from the door or move away, but you still want to do something on your turn, you can hold an action.
So you that's smart. Okay, so it's
delay your attack until something steps in range.
Right. It's something to keep in mind, just so you're aware of that. That is an option.
Yeah, that might be a good. That's better than probably just standing here not doing it. I might just prep an attack then.
And I think thematically that works too. So.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
I'm just kind of standing there ready to be.
Does it look clear and obvious that that's what he's doing?
Yeah, he's got the sword out, two hands. It is burning this radiant light in almost half of this garden is now covered in this radiant light as the sword is drawn. But yeah, if you're wrapped up with your turn, we are now to Georgio. What would you like to do, sir?
Okay. So if I want to hit the door to try and push it open, would that be an attack?
It would use your action, yeah. If you were trying to force it open and attack the door, yes.
So would that be because I have two attacks, right? I have the second attack so if I attack the thing next to me and then move to the door and try and hit the door with the second of my two attacks.
Yeah, you would just be attacking two targets, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I want to make sure that's
but if you move away from this creature, you do provoke attack of opportunity, so do keep that in mind.
So,
unless you have some other means of avoiding that.
Chugrulk has 10-foot range, right?
Yes, he does.
So Chugrulk could hit if this thing is right here instead.
Yeah, he could still hit. He wouldn't be able to hit it where it is now. He's just out of its range. But if it were to move towards if any closer to him, yeah, he could just barely hit it.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's ready to action for when something comes in range that he can swing that sword at it.
You're talking about if you were to push it into that.
Yes. Does that?
I think normally forced action doesn't trigger stuff like that, but in this case, I would say because you're working together in this planned manner, I'd allow it. I think thematically that works.
It makes sense in that, yeah, I guess like
generally forced action doesn't trigger area effects or things like that or reactions, but in this case, because you are working together, I'll allow it.
Coordinated.
Yeah.
This is a planned thing. Okay.
I'll roll a cool it. It sounds cool.
First attack, just a straight up punch to this thing.
Okay.
I'm rolling a 13 on the dice, and my attack has +10, +9, so 22 to hit.
22 is plenty to hit this thing.
Okay.
You solidly strike this thing directly center mass. Go ahead and roll for damage.
So 1d8 +5. I rolled a 2, so 7 damage.
Okay.
And then Crusher, I can move it 5 feet.
Okay.
And so I will push it away from me, but still closer to Chugrulk, so that diagonal angle.
Okay.
So 1 over to the right from that, if that's okay. That way I'm no longer in range.
Right. Okay. I see what you mean.
So, because I don't want the attack of opportunity, so I push it away.
Right.
Now it's within range for Chugrulk. Chugrulk gets his swing. And while that's happening, whether or not it works, I'm going to move to the door and try and just, as I walk up to it, use my second attack and just do an unarmed strike, flavor-wise, a kick on the door to see if I can just jam it, if it budges at all.
So let's start with the door, and then Chugrulk you can take your reactionary strikes. You step up to the door, Giorgio, and you can leap over this with relative ease. There's no need for a roll here.
Okay.
But go ahead and roll an attack against the door.
Okay. On the door, I rolled an 18, so unarmed with +9 is a 27 on the door.
Fuck that door.
You strike solidly into the obsidian stone of this door, and it does not move an inch.
Nothing at all? No damage,
fact,
no scratch?
You strike it, and as you strike it, you see this sigil on the wall begin to glow a fiery red.
Okay, and it's the knot symbol?
This is the symbol. It's similar to the larger one above it. It's the symbol of the academy. It is the smaller version of it in the center of this door, and it's beginning to burn a red hot. You can feel the heat coming off of this.
Okay. Noted. Okay. That should cover everything that I can do this turn. I think this is something that we need Tim here for. So I will turn and face the rest of the courtyard so that I can see what's coming.
Okay. That Chugrulk.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say question. So when I'm doing this attack now, just a reminder, because it has been a little while. When I'm looking at damage for my weapons, the top one is my one hand, and the bottom one is the two hand. Correct.
Right. So you have two different, because it's versatile. You can use a one hand or a two hand, but you're wielding a shield, so it would be one handed.
So I'm using the top one. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to roll the wrong one.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, so I'll roll to hit.
Okay, give me just a moment here. Sorry, I was looking at something else. That is a crit. That is a crit. Oh my god. So with a crit, you're gonna roll double the dice and then add your modifiers to it. So Ignatius has more than just the its standard damage. It is a legendary class weapon. So it has other damages. So just to help you out here, let me take a look, because I forget what the total amount of Ignatius is, but I think you can roll a critical with it, but it might be a little wonky. Give me a sec. It sometimes is with...
Where's the Flex Seal guide? That's a lot of damage.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of damage, because this is that's a big boy blow. Yeah, so that's 2d8 plus 9, and then plus the radiant damage, so that's going to be 8d6. So yeah, that's a lot of damage. So it's yeah, so if you want to, I don't know if there's an option here. Roll the, if you right-click the damage box in your character sheet, it should give you an option for crit. So it should double and add that, but then
yeah, crit damage. Yep.
Right.
Send to everyone and crit damage.
Right. So that's just going to be the D8s, though. Did it go through?
Yeah, it just said I got 6 and 7 plus 9. So I did 2. That's 2d8 plus 9.
Okay, so
22 total.
22. Okay, and then now you need to... if you go into the description, you'll see the 4d6. If you right-click that,
yeah.
you should have another option to crit that, too.
Oh, no, that one doesn't
4D...
have a right-click option.
Okay, so that's only 4d6. You need to roll that again.
Yeah.
Okay. So 34 plus the... What was the previous... Your original, the 8...
22.
22. So 34 plus 22. So somebody do math for me because my brain's... 58? Yeah.
No, 58. 6? Yeah. No,
56.
56. My God. How do you want to do this?
how do
Describe to me how you dispatch this thing, because you just one-hit KO'd it.
I'm literally gonna, I think, just gonna be looking at this sword with absolutely shock and awe as it pretty much just takes control through my body and just absolutely decimates this thing by itself. And I just have that feeling of, you know, like a feather in my hand. It's just done it. It's done it all, and I've done almost nothing, and I'm impressed. The first.
As this radiant blade comes down, you almost watch as it extends like a lance down directly through center mass of this creature. And as you're slicing through, you hear in slow motion, but in real time in your mind, Chugrulk, you hear the words of Ignatius cry out to you, "Yes, partner! Yes! Smite this creature into oblivion!" As you watch it crumble, as this radiant light reduces this sludge to dry dust at its former location. Yeah, so I love that your very first strike with Ignatius was a crit.
That was wild.
It's perfect.
He's been waiting. He's been waiting to unleash everything. Like
he's wanted this for so long.
Okay, that was yeah. Anyway, is there anything? Well, that was your reaction, so
Yeah.
we'll move on then.
Yeah. So I've kicked the door. I've noted the thing. I turned to look at the rest, and that passes my turn.
Yeah. And as you kick that, I need Georgio, Chugrulk, and Cedric. I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please. As you watch the heat erupt into flame as a cone of fire breathes out from this sigil. Cedric, you succeed. Georgio, you do not, and Chugrulk, you do not. You do have Indomitable if you want to spend it.
I've got it.
I believe you do. You're level 9 now, so you should have Indomitable, which allows you to reroll saves.
I have Indomitable.
Or you can just...
This isn't a charmed condition by chance, is it?
No, it is not.
Damn.
No, it is not. It is very much the opposite of that.
Yes. Okay, we do have Indomitable, that is true.
You're welcome to just tank it, or you can spend it.
It's a jet of flame, looks like.
Yeah, it's a cone of fire that shoots out from this sigil, surrounding this staircase.
Does this seem to be like a booby trap kind of thing?
From what you can see in your passive investigation and your previous companions, it was in reaction to your attempt to break in. That your kick to the door wasn't the intended method.
No, I'm not. I'm just taking it.
Yeah, I'll take it as well.
Okay. Georgio and Chugrulk, you take 13 points of fire damage. You take half of that, Cedric.
It was half of how much? I'm sorry.
13. So it would be 6.
7.
7. Yeah.
Can I action stones endurance that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I believe you still have your reaction.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I have at all. 4. Okay. So I've got a 4 on that. Put that back.
All right. With that said, you watch as these huge hulking creatures, now totally aware to your presence, begin to move. And you watch as these pseudopod-like legs extend out as they begin to approach you all. The one closest coming right up to the door to the two of you. This other one coming here with its movement, but unable to move any further. But this one, watching you, Chugrulk, swing out first, it is going to strike at you with these large extended arms, comes down with both hands like a pair of fists down on top of you. That is a 19 to hit. I don't believe Mix makes it to you.
No.
Okay. You raise your shield up and bash it away. But you watch Georgio and Cedric as this force almost pushes them down and almost leaves cracks in the stonework below Chugrulk's feet. It is a heavy blow. And then it follows up with another strike of the same intensity. This time getting a 22 to hit. Which I do believe beats your armor class.
Definitely does.
Okay. Just a moment here. Can I forget the... all right. You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as this second strike comes down and hits you even harder, having used the first as a test of your endurance. But that is all for now, as the other one is slowly beginning to approach you all as well. With that, Tim, what was your original roll, Tim?
For what?
You went... Why did this not go through? Okay, hold on.
I actually haven't taken like actual turn.
Right, that's what I thought. Hold on, this is out of order.
14, it's just not showing his name for some reason in order.
Oh,
No.
Oh, yeah.
No. Yeah, you should be up. Yeah, because the sludges were the lowest of the low. So, yeah, they're at the end of the turn order. Give me just a moment here. This is for some reason got out of order. All right, now we're good. Okay. With that being said, Tim, we're on to you. You watch as these massive creatures are beginning to extend out, these pseudopods moving in all directions. And now all these creatures are beginning to turn and notice your comrades. What are you doing?
I mean, unfortunately, I think the only thing I really can do for right now, just to start, is just to get over there as fast as I can.
Okay.
And get positioned. So I'm going to dash. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 60. I'm going to be here.
Okay. Yeah, and you're still invisible, so they don't see you as you run by.
And then...
Perhaps beginning to hear something, but they don't notice you immediately.
Actually, hold on. Okay, yeah, actually, that's it for now. I'm not gonna do anything else right now, since everything else I think I can, because everything else I can do is gonna take me out of invisibility. So next turn, I'll start flinging some shit.
Okay.
Nice.
You're not gonna Misty Step or anything?
No, because if I Misty Step, it's gonna break me out of invisibility.
Okay. Cedric, we are on to you. You just watched Chugrulk take a massive two-fisted strike multiple times from above from this massive meat creature, essentially. What would you like to do?
I don't like this gigantic meat creature, so I'm going to attempt to just banish it out of here.
Oh, we're going to banish.
Get rid of it.
All right.
I like it.
I like it. What's the saving throw on banishment?
15 charisma.
Charisma. I doubt this thing has good charisma. I can't remember.
I mean...
it's a giant pile of sentient meat. I really doubt that it has.
That sounds charismatic as heck to me. To be
You look pretty, meat bag.
No, it is not. So this is going to be...
I'd give it my number.
What was that saving throw again?
15.
15. Yeah, it's going to have to roll pretty high. Which it does not. It rolled a 6. So it is, you watch as this creature is sucked into this singularity and vanishes in front of you.
It's magical.
It's so insane.
It's like somebody hawked a loogie down a drain and it was just slowly sucked in.
Why is that your description? It's fucking gross, dude.
I know, it's great.
It's gross. It's gross. Creature.
And it's exactly what I imagined this to look like. As this giant 20-foot creature is sucked down the drain like a thick, gross loogie. Is there anything else you'd like to do, sir?
No. No, can't really do anything.
Okay. The sludge creatures that spread around all begin to move in the direction of this commotion. Just a moment here. I don't think they have very good movement. The fuck they don't. Let's see. This one, not to be moved by the terrain, is going to move here. This one is going to have to go through the water, so they'll be slowed next turn. And this one is going to go this way. Tim, as this creature moves forward, and you watch as it almost like a bellows as it moves up and down, and this gas is pushed out from under it. It spreads out this awful cloud, Georgio, that you got to experience firsthand. Tim, I need a Constitution saving throw with advantage, because this is contaminated gas.
Okay. Constitution. Oh. You said Constitution, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
18. Yeah, and you're fine. You managed to hold it down, but it is vile. It is one of the worst things that's ever passed through your sensors to date. It is the rancid combination of an entire butcher's freezer going bad all at once, coupled with a backup of a septic system.
Gross.
But you managed to hold it down, and you are not contaminated, and you do not take any damage. And you maintain your invisibility for the time being. But with that, they are going to try to move forward. This one, they cannot dash through this difficult terrain. It does not matter. So moving back, we are on to Chugrulk. We are back to you at the top of the round. This creature that crushed down on you has all but vanished. For the time being, what would you like to do, sir?
Well, I had two things in mind. Yeah. I look over to Georgio, and I guess I just quizzically, inquire, like, if he felt anything when he struck the door, other than obviously the flame that engulfed the smoke. I'm not sure whether it'll...
I'll relay it, no budget. It didn't budge at all. Didn't feel like there was any damage at all. Magical lock for sure. This is not something that a force will get us through.
Yeah, okay. With that in mind, I'm going to turn my focus at this, hulking beast of, absolute admiration that's behind us. And I think I'm just going to try and charge in, well, actually, I might, I'm not sure how, D&D works in. Can I use my Thunder Thrust now that I've unsheathed Ignatius, or is that gonna make me?
Yeah. No, you can use it right now. Yeah,
exchanging weapons is free actions, right?
Yeah, exchanging weapons, especially for a fighter, is a free action.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you already have it equipped, so if you want to use it right now, you most certainly can.
Okay. And if I wanted to utilize that, and do I have to use Lucky ahead of time if I'm gonna use Lucky?
No, you use Lucky when you fail a saving throw, an attack roll, or an enemy is successful and you want to make them re-roll on a saving throw or on a saving throw. That's when you would use Lucky. Once you've already the outcome of the roll, or that it is a failed attempt. But yeah, you don't need to use it ahead of time.
All right, so I'm going to throw my spear using, reaching the command word Thunder Thrust at this, I'm just going to throw. If I click, how do I get the ping again? Is it right click or something?
Yeah, click and hold.
Are you using is it an attack roll, or do they need to? I think you have to. Do you roll an attack, or is it a saving throw?
So it's like
it's an attack roll.
But yeah. An attack, yeah.
So you need to
roll
roll
an attack on the last target in line.
Right. In which case, this would be the larger creature. You would hit both of them, but you would make an attack against its AC, the larger one.
Against it, yeah, the big one. But yeah, I'm gonna throw it like here, like just to give you an idea.
Leave this on this page.
Name.
Yeah, go ahead and make your attack roll. Oh my god! Wow!
No
that is another crit. What the fuck, man? Okay.
Hilarious.
All right.
So
well,
and say, why did we
you definitely.
Right?
Chugrulk's like, I got this.
So, each creature in the line, excluding me and the target, so just that one little thing needs to make a DC 13 Dexterity saving throw.
The likelihood of this is pretty. Hold on. I mean, he got a 17 even with the -2 that he has. So, so he did succeed, but he is going to take. It's still double damage. So you're rolling the damage twice, or the dice.
Just to see if they took like lightning damage as well as the regular damage.
Right. So they still take half damage, I believe, if they succeed. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so,
it's just like that one was just to read what I was just like reading out. Then there was just
yeah.
That one was just letting you know that if you the lightning bolt turns into that just means that was just to see if it took like the lightning that hovers around it or whatever.
Right, and it succeeded, so it takes half damage, I believe.
Right. So hang on, I'll roll.
Unless it says, yeah, you still need to roll for the total damage, because both of them are going to take damage. It just doesn't take, the one doesn't take as much damage.
Right.
Is that the crit damage?
Oh, right, because I was meant to.
Or we can just take that and double it. That's fine.
And yeah.
So 20. What's the modifier on the piercing damage? It should be something D8 plus something or D6 plus something. What's that plus something?
What is it? It's the +6.
+6. Okay, so it's 5. So in this case, it would be it would change to 16, and then the lightning damage is just what it is. So that's 16 plus 28. So 32, 34. 16, 28, yeah. 44. 44. My God, man. The big guy takes 44, 100%. Every bit of that. So you watch as Chugrulk slings out this lightning-infused spear, driving it straight through the chest of this larger creature and basically searing the better part of this other creature. The smaller creature just... as you watch this flesh just get singed, and it smells like burned rotten meat now. That one is not looking good. It is very, very hurt. The other one took a grievous wound, but it is still moving forward. So that one's finished. Give me a sec here.
Well, now I've lost my
Your weapon returns back to you. It just doesn't have the lightning. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the spear of lightning or whatever it's called. It returns back to your hand. It just doesn't have that ability until the next dawn.
I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack this thing again.
With the spear?
Yep.
Okay. So this would just be a normal spear. I mean, it's the same attack roll, but it doesn't add the lightning damage. So which one are you attacking? The small creature or the large creature?
The large creature is like less injured, correct? Like that's one that's still kind of like.
Yeah, of the two, the little one's more injured.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for the big one, try and get some more damage on that thing.
Okay. Let's see it.
So I roll in the same ways, like hitting the same buttons.
Yes. Right? Yeah, you're gonna roll another attack roll. What the fuck?
That's it, Joe.
What the fuck? That is,
I swear.
For anybody watching at home, that is 3 crits in a row. I cannot make this shit up.
And these are digital dice rolls. There's no shenanigans involved.
Yeah, he is not physically rolling. That is 3 crits.
That's so fucking crazy.
Pause. These are 3 real crits too, because he has. Oh no, never mind. The first one was a 19, but because he's got improved crit.
Right. Okay, so that might be why he's critting more often because of
these last 2 are both 20s.
Oh, that's right, because they're green.
A 19, a 20, and a 20.
So I did that one as
Just
a
3
crit
crits.
roll, and it only comes up on my screen, but it says I got a 2d6 plus 6. I got 15. Got 3, 6.
15 total damage.
Yeah, 15 total.
Okay. You again with full force as you step out onto one leg, driving in the full force of your body weight as you sling this spear out again, cutting off a huge hunk of this thing's shoulder as this chunk of flesh just falls into the water in front of it. It's taken some grievous wounds, but it is still moving forward. This is a large creature, but that, oh my God, that is the most absurd set of rolls I've seen in a long time. Jesus Christ.
That's what the gladiator. That's what the arena will be. Here for a show. Then I'm gonna turn off right there and end my turn.
All right. Just for that insanity, you get a point of inspiration, Chugrulk. Just because.
Yeah.
Because that's never gonna happen again.
No, true.
Never.
Very true.
Okay, if those were real dice, I would gold plate those bitches.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, moving on from there, Giorgio, how are we gonna follow that one up?
Very unimpressively, I promise. So the little one, did the little one die?
No, it does not look good though. It is well and truly
so
bloodied, burned, whatever you want to call
look
it.
Like they've taken heavy damage, but are still walking.
Right.
Okay. I'll step 1, hop over this.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, so that's 20 feet of movement.
If you step into that water, you're going to be making con saves.
Okay, can I jump over it to here then?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, sure.
But you are in range of this creature, and the gas if you step in. Okay.
Yeah, which is fine. So,
okay.
Does it immediately, when I step in there, does it make me do a constitution? Okay, so I'll roll that now.
Yeah, when you enter and you end your turn, or you first enter and then when you end your subsequent turns.
So this is a 9 on the dice. Constitution save +5, so 14.
14. You do have advantage on this one, and I would recommend you use it.
Yeah. The next one I rolled a 19. So
okay, you're good then.
Okay.
You're good then.
So
because you would have just failed on that one.
I see. Okay, yeah. So just unarmed strike on the small one.
Okay.
Just a punch. 7 and 9, so 16 to hit.
16 definitely hits.
I will expend one of the charges on the ring that I've got.
Okay.
For extra radiant damage.
All right.
Just
see
to
it.
be sure. So 8 damage on unarmed strike, or 1d8 plus 5, so it's a 13 plus the radiant if I need it. I'm using.
Oh. You cut out there. I heard the first part. I didn't hear the radiant damage.
I have not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. That I know that I've used one. Okay. Radiant. 1d6. Okay.
Yeah.
So just one. So it's going to be a total of 14 damage. One of it is radiant.
How do you want to do this?
Grossest eye. I want to blow the whole thing up with the radiant damage.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You punch through it in just like a full One Punch Man movement as this radiant final secondary blast of radiant energy is just enough to just field paint the side of this larger creature with the smaller one.
Gross. Very gross. Second punch will be on the big one.
Okay.
This is going to be a 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits.
24 definitely hits. Okay. And then I
mean, this thing is a giant walking barn. It's not hard to hit.
I will use the remainder of the 3 charges.
Okay.
On this one, just to get it out of the way.
All right.
So it's going to be a 6 and 5 is 11 plus another 11, so 22 total damage.
22.
Half of that is radiant. Radiant.
This creature is bloodied. As you make another solid strike, another huge chunk of flesh getting blown away by this radiant charge from your ring. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Let's see, I can do. This is 2 sizes larger than me, yeah?
Yeah, very much so. This is mechanically, this is a huge creature.
Yeah, hang on. There's for some things I count as large, don't I?
For carry weight, I believe you do.
That would be okay. That's the only thing. Okay, that's fine.
Right, I believe it's carry weight. It does not count for attack rolls.
Yeah. Okay.
If it's strong build that you're referring to, I believe it's carry weight.
It's something that
yeah, Goliath build or something. Yeah, you'd have to. We'll double check it here in a minute. But I most of them don't for attack rolls. It's just for it's for carry weight usually.
No, that wasn't a weapon. Can you deal damage to critical psionic strike, which I can't use here? I think. Yeah, no, okay. That's all I got.
Okay. As you make 2 solid strikes following your comrade's massive strike from the spears, the creature roars out as it again swings up with its long hand, extending out as it does so to gain more, almost like reaching for the far end of a sledgehammer to get more torque as it comes down upon you, Georgio. The first strike being a 17 to hit.
That will not, I don't think. No, because I have 18 now. Woo.
Oh, just barely on that one. Second strike. Again, the other hand as it extends out, almost stretching at the joint like a rubber band as it comes down, the biggest part of the fist seemingly growing as it comes down from above. That's a natural 1. It does not hit as it misses you entirely. Not rolling great on this one. It has a good, it has a decent modifier for this. He's just not rolling well. But yeah, with that. Oh, you can't do anything. Tim, we are back to you. What would you like to do, sir?
It's time.
See it.
I'm gonna cast Fireball at level 3 at his feet.
Okay. You should see in your journal you have a token that you can drop in for the AoE effect. Yes, that is the range of Fireball.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Where would you like to drop it? All right.
Right there, because that way it will miss me and Georgio.
All right. What's the dex save on this that he has to roll?
Good question. It is.
And you're what are you casting this at? Third, fourth?
Well, so that's the thing. It's gonna hit. It hits regardless. It just depends on how much damage it's gonna do.
Right. All right.
It's
That's why I'm
dex
asking.
16.
Are you casting it at third or fourth level?
Third.
Okay. So it's 8d6 then. So what's the saving throw?
16 dex.
Okay. Yeah, he's kind of fucked on this one. I mean, he didn't roll badly, but he still rolled 12. So yeah, go ahead and roll your 8d6 here, sir. Let's see it.
31.
31. Oh my god. You all watch as Tim suddenly reappears in the corner of your periphery, right beside you, Georgio, not before just fucking Gokuing this spirit bomb of fire upon this creature as this massive explosion ignites at its feet, doing a severe amount of damage. It is not looking good.
Tim reappears and scares me, and then the explosion scares me again.
A heart attack, take 10 damage, man.
Okay.
One thing, actually, additional. Just want to make sure. It's actually going to be 4 more damage on top because of my wand, my arcane firearm.
Is that for attack rolls or saving throw? Or is it just any spell?
It says you can use. Let me just double check here. You can use your arcane firearm as a spell casting focus for your artificer spells when you cast an artificer spell through the firearm. Or no, because fireball is wizard. If it's not, it's cool.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, it's an artificer spell for you. It doesn't matter. You're still using it as a focus, so I'll allow it. It doesn't really matter all that much.
Okay.
Yeah, the extra 4 damage is okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
It makes more sense when you're firing it and it stacks on like a magic missile.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because with this, are you casting fireball using your stuff, or is that one of the things that you got from the people?
No, that's me. It's one of my spells.
So it's just you. Okay.
All right. Well, let me get that off the field real quick. But just this area is soaked. So some things ignite, but immediately just the dense, moist fog puts them out fairly quickly. But this creature is heavily wounded by this assault of fire. Is there anything else you'd like to do, sir?
No, I'm chilling.
Okay. All right, Cedric, we are back to you, sir. You are still concentrating on banishment of the opposing creature. Standing in front of this seemingly unopenable door. locked by some sort of means. What would you like to do? Cedric? Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. Only me away from. The big abomination where I was hit by pretty much everything, right?
You broke up there. What was that? I'm sorry.
The big one. He's looking pretty bad at this point, right?
Yeah, he's not looking good. He's been chewed through by Chugrulk's spear, fireballed, punched several times. I mean, he's a big creature, but I mean,
yeah,
he's not looking great.
Okay.
He's well beyond bloodied.
I'm just gonna go ahead and just cast Dead.
Toll the Dead?
15 Wisdom.
Toll the Dead? Is what you said? Okay.
Yeah.
He rolled a 17. Just straight 17.
Cool.
Can't hit worse shit right now, even though he has a big ass modifier, but he can roll saving throws.
Yeah. Don't want to break concentration on the other one. I just turn and see and like look for see if there's any sort of clues as to how we can open this thing up.
You can give me an investigation, or you can give me an Arcana check. Your choice.
They're both awful.
Okay. Well, let's see him. Oh!
An 18.
You examine the arcane sigil that originally just ignited this jet of flame at you all upon being struck, but you notice that the way that it's positioned would be at a typical keyhole height, but also the way that it is positioned, it appears as if there's something needs to be recognized, some sort of there's this pull that you sense innately with your divine feeling, as if it's awaiting some sort of like recognition of some sort of identification, something that would allude to something in contact with it, that this door is waiting for recognition of something, some permittance into the tower.
Cool. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and call out to Tim and just like tell him or ask him, like, hey, I think this door really needs you right now. And that's all I'm gonna do outside of that.
Okay. To the contaminated. Let's see. He's gonna move right there. Let's see. Yeah, he's just out of range. He's gonna dash as far as he can get. Yeah, and this one's gonna right there. That's really all they can do. They don't have much movement. Oh, he's just out of range too. Oh, darn. Yeah, that's all they can do. Leading us back to Chugrulk. What would you like to do, sir?
Well, I think, yeah, I'm gonna throw my spear at this big guy again.
Okay.
Nice.
Swear to God, if you crit again, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Yes, I'm just gonna throw my spear at this guy.
Oh, thank God. Oh, it's only a 26.
It was so close.
It was really close,
Yes,
though.
it was.
All right, yes, a 26 definitely still hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's crazy. That's really
Dude,
good.
fucking champion fighters, man.
Hey.
Yeah, 12 piercing. Yeah, this thing, again, another huge chunk of flesh comes sailing off as the spear flies through and then immediately flies back through the hole that it created back into your hand. As this thing is struggling to maintain its form. Is there anything? Well, you have your second attack.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've got the extra attack then, so I might just do the same.
Okay, let's see it.
Just sitting here launching this spear over and over at this thing.
Fucking just, yeah. 24 definitely still hits. Go ahead and roll damage again as you again catch and just, it's just constant. It is like watching a pitching machine right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye. That's not so bad.
Not so bad. As he's single-handedly done like over 200 damage this fucking encounter.
I'm disappointed with my efforts just there.
Anyway, is there anything else you'd like to do as you slowly Swiss cheese this remaining creature?
I'm just gonna give it the old, and then I'll end my turn.
Okay. All right, Giorgio, we're back to you. What would you like to do, sir?
We'll just give it the old 1-2 punch.
All right, let's see it.
First one's gonna be.
Aim for the
19
spear
to
holes.
19 definitely hits.
hit. Second one's gonna be an 18 to hit.
And so a 19 and an 18?
And 19.
Yeah, definitely both still hit. Yeah.
8 damage for the first one.
Okay.
12 damage for the second.
Okay. This thing is barely holding on. It is not looking good as you slowly just hammer away between you and Chugrulk. It is holding on by a thread. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, Cedric already told Tim to get to the door. That was going to be what I said.
Okay.
Now that I've been surprised by him standing right next to me, which is hilarious.
Launching fireballs at your feet.
Yeah, just all of a sudden. But no, I think I'm good. Actually, I will move. So I'll just jump over here to avoid the water.
Okay. Yeah, you're still within its melee.
Yeah, without leaving.
Right.
And then maybe jump over here. That should be, what is that? Let's see real quick. 15 and 15. That's my third move. Yeah, so just to keep it flanking.
Okay.
In case Tim tries to hit it with something that is a flanking, that forward flanking matters.
Let's see. The protein abomination, what is it gonna do? Yeah, seeing you run away from it, it is not liking that. It's coming after you again.
Me? Okay.
Yeah. Seeing you run around at its feet, just barely catching the glimpse of Tim as it was firing, but you've had multiple strikes against it at its feet as you kind of run around like a mouse trying to run away from a cat. That is a natural 20.
Okay.
So that one, it is going to...
If only there were some sort of chrono wizard who could make him reroll that. Don't think.
I'm looking to see. Yeah, I'm looking to see how bad it's gonna be. If it's like really like holy shit, yeah, I'll rewind you.
Does it say you get to see the damage first, or do you need to roll it before I roll the damage?
Let me double check.
If you have to decide now, don't do it.
Oh yeah, no, it's because I got confused with it. It says you make this decision after you see whether the roll succeeds or fails.
It's definitely succeeded.
So you succeeded, so no. So you don't know. Okay. All right.
I was mostly joking.
Okay.
I think we're gonna need all of this stuff in the tower.
That's what I'm figuring.
I have potions and I have really healthy, and so if I get knocked down, I'd stabilize me and we'll be fine. This thing's about to die.
That is 31 points of bludgeoning damage.
Say the number again.
31.
31. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. And it's going to...
Actually, I will use Psionic Power.
Okay.
To reduce the damage. D8 plus 2. So it'll be 4 damage less. So...
Okay.
Is that right?
Yes. So 31, whatever, minus your... Okay. Second strike.
Ew.
It makes 2 strikes. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
That does it.
All right. That is 22 damage, bludgeoning, and you are grappled.
Exactly at 0.
You are grappled and slowly being absorbed into this creature's flesh.
That puts me at exactly 0.
Okay.
So whatever, I'm unconscious at this point.
You all are watching as Georgio is slowly being unconsciously absorbed into this creature. Not moving.
Well, that went south quickly.
Yeah.
And you watch as some of the holes on the creature as this occurs slowly are beginning to seal up.
Oh my god. My spear holes.
Make new ones. We're totally fine. Nobody's panicking here.
But with that, we are on to Tim. What would you like to do, sir, as you watch your companion slowly being absorbed into the flesh of this creature?
So if I move from where I'm at right now, does he get opportunity? Because I don't know, because he's big. I just want to make sure.
Yes, you are. So his range, like his space, is this 3x3 square, even though he's a round creature. So
Okay.
yeah, you're within melee of him right now.
Okay, swell. So fuck him, and I'm gonna use my Misty Step I get through my trait once per day to get the fuck away from him.
Okay.
And move to the door.
All right, you just pop into this puff of smoke, and you evaporate or appear right beside Chugrulk and Cedric at the door.
Hey guys, I heard you need me for this door. What up?
Just ignoring the guy that just got sucked into the body and just like, yeah, hey guys.
Specifically said not to worry about me right before it happened. So I don't blame him at all.
All right. Okay. So, okay. Let's just see here. I guess I'll let them deal. I'll let Cedric and Chugrulk deal with the guy, and then I guess I don't know what the action would be. Like I'll look at the door to like figure out what's going on here.
Okay. You can give me an investigation or an arcana check, your choice.
I am proficient in both, so let's do Arcana.
Okay.
Yikes. 13. Okay.
You look it over, and it's similar to some of the arcane locks that you've seen in the past, but you're not quite sure what the mechanism is. It's just not coming back to you at this point as you kind of search it over.
Okay.
It's similar to what you've seen before, but it's just, you just can't quite figure out what the triggering mechanism is.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Is that considered like my action, like to look at the door to try to figure it out?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Then if that's the case, I got nothing else because I already did a bonus spell. So, all right, I'm good. That's it.
Cedric, you are watching as Georgio is slowly being engulfed by this amalgamation of flesh. While Tim is struggling to figure out the release mechanism for this door. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and hit this gigantic thing with Guiding Bolt.
Okay. 16 just hits.
Cool. Wow. Awful rolls. Freaking kidding me? 9 with 46.
Creature's not looking good, but your friend is still slowly being engulfed by them. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I can still see Georgio. He's just kind of like getting sucked in.
You see most of his upper torso as he kind of hangs limp, but most of his lower body is just completely engulfed by this mass of flesh. And slowly, you watch as he's slowly being sucked in and crushed between these twisting and stretching muscles of this thing's leg, or what could only be assumed as a leg.
So, could I, since I can see him, ask Healing Word for my bonus action on him?
You can definitely do that.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Healing Word just to hopefully get you up. 4.
Georgio, you suddenly come to consciousness as you feel yourself completely engulfed by this creature just as you feel the air come back into your lungs, and at this point both your arms and legs are completely surrounded by the flesh of this creature as it's slowly crushing you from the outside, trying to completely envelop you into itself. But with that, is there anything else you'd like to do, Cedric?
No, I think I am. Like that.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, this one is going to come rushing up on you, Georgio. I'm going to move you into creature. This one is going to move here. Cedric, Chugrulk, Tim, I need a Constitution saving throw from you as this creature moves into your proximity and a jet of gas. Pardon me?
Do I need to as well because of this other one?
No, you right now are barely able to breathe at this point, so it kind of works in your favor.
So you're fine. You just can't breathe.
Right, you're being slowly crushed. Yeah, you're all fine. You don't succumb to any of the contamination.
2021, what a rolls.
There you go.
That's so
there you
funny.
go.
Climbing.
But yeah, this one had to dash to get up to you guys, so it's not going to do anything else. But Chugrulk, we are back to you. What would you like to do, sir? Your companion is being slowly crushed and absorbed by this mass of flesh that is still barely holding on, but you can see from this distance, is beginning to recuperate as it absorbs your friend.
Do you see this? So there's one there is one that's within like that's just in front of us as well at this stage.
Oh yeah, it's right in front of you. It is already beginning to swing back, and you see this maw beginning to stretch open as it's beginning to assault you.
Right, I'm going to attack this one in front of us.
Okay.
With Ignatius.
All right, let's see it. Fuck me sideways. God damn it.
Let's go.
Hell fucking yeah, man. This is fucking...
For those of you falling at home and can't see our roll board, he just rolled his 4th crit of the evening. Fucking champion fighters, everyone. You're welcome. So yeah, roll those big boy dice.
All right.
So yeah, to start with your slashing damage.
Yeah, I'll just do the crit roll. It'll tell me on my screen. These ones don't go through. I'm not sure why.
Right, you'll have to do as 2 separate ones.
I've got. It says on mine. It says 2d8 plus 9. So
Right.
1 plus 4 plus 9, so it's 14.
1 plus 4 plus 9.
His 2d8 was 1 and 4.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, so
1 and 4, and then.
So 50. So it'll be 5 and 5. So 10 plus 9. So 19 damage.
19 damage. Okay, 19. All right, and then now you need to roll the radiant damage. So I think that's 8d6 or 8.
Yes. Yeah. I've got that one. Is it 4d6?
Yeah, times 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that'd be there you go. So it's 30 either way.
So the 14 is his damage because it's 1d8 normally. He rolled 2d8 plus 9.
Yeah.
So it is just 14.
Right.
Is my damage, yeah.
Yeah, 14 plus the
is the regular.
4d6 times 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's
Plus,
30,
yeah,
so 19
so-
plus 30, 59.
Yeah.
Or 49,
No,
I'm sorry,
14 plus
49.
44. 44, JJ.
I thought you said the strike was 19.
No, it was 14.
14,
I'm not
okay.
sure where you
Okay,
got that,
44. Sorry.
Yeah, it says 14 on my screen.
Still a solid strike. This creature is barely holding on as Ignatius comes
What the
down.
hell? What the hell?
Well, that was my first attack. With my second attack,
It was not as big as the 60 some odd damage he did the first time, or 59.
so I'm going to pull out Thunder Thrust on the second one and throw it at that that recovering lump, because I don't want to see it recover too much.
Okay. A 14 just hits.
Oh, nice. Okay,
That is its armor class, so. Yes, 7 piercing. It is barely holding on.
alright.
Fuck,
Nice,
man,
nice.
just fucking die.
Hey,
He's juicing you.
Had it not recovered from absorbing or engulfing Giorgio, it would be gone.
Our friend, yeah.
He's just juicing. He's
He's juicing on the
Juicing
juice.
off you, man. He's getting you
Yeah.
sweet
from my
protein.
toes.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Chugrulk?
No, that's my turn.
My God, man. Holy fucking shit.
That's-
The fucking crits. Giorgio, I need a strength saving throw to see if you can escape this creature without
We
taking
got this, baby.
14.
14.
You are still engulfed by this creature, just barely. As you struggle and you almost get an arm out, but you take.
Saving throw that I failed. I did not use Indomitable yet. I'd
You
like to
could
use
use. Go for it. Let's see it.
it. This time it's a 22.
22 this time. And you basically what's that movie, Ace Ventura your way out of the hole of this
gross.
creature and just
Disgusting.
and you watch as your companion slumps off just outside the without taking any of the additional bludgeoning damage from this crushing muscle, but that is your action, Giorgio, to try to escape. You still have your bonus action and your movement, but you're right next to these creatures as you. Oh, and you're right next to the other creature. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm. It's fine. 12, 8, I think 4. 12 and 5, so 17.
17? Yeah, you're good. As you barely get out and you manage to catch your breath before. Like, I mean, it is like straight out of the skillet and into the fire, or straight out of the rectum and into the septic tank.
Gross.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? I mean, you have your movement, but you kind of move anywhere and
That's
you're
my
taking an
action.
attack.
Movements and attack. Let me see, bonus action. I will do second wind.
Let's
To
say
get back.
I kind of figured that was coming.
Yeah. 1d10 plus 9 is 16 comes back, so I'm at 20 now.
There you go.
I'll give a big thumbs up to Cedric.
You watch as your friend is... you are also prone at the moment, Giorgio, coming out of this creature.
So action... So drinking a potion would be an action.
Right. You still have action surge.
I could... Oh. So it's got a turn right after this.
Yes, it does.
So I am going to run.
You could, just as a suggestion, if you're trying to escape, you could action surge disengage to avoid the opportunity attack, or you could try to tank the opportunity attack from 2 creatures.
I think I want to try and tank the opportunity attacks because I want to save my action surge.
Okay.
And so I'm going to try. What I'll do is I'll step this way, and then 2, 3, 4. That's 25 feet of movement if it works.
You have
actually
15 because you had to get up from prone.
Oh, that's right. 15. So, 1, and then I can end up here.
Right.
Which I think is okay.
Right. So you're gonna have
if it works. So
2
attacks of opportunity. Go ahead.
So big guy first.
Yeah.
That's a 27 to hit.
It's.
That is 17 points of bludgeoning damage. Second one. Give me a moment. I gotta look this one up. Yep. That is a 22 to hit. As this giant wide maw comes stretching out towards you. That is 25 piercing damage.
That's way more damage than I thought. What the hell?
As this
Okay,
maw
so I was at
of
3.
Yeah, so you're out.
So does that set me to 0, or do I?
Well, yeah, it just puts you at 0, and you're back right beside them. As this creature begins to lean down to begin trying to absorb you again. Can't do it right now, but will definitely is making that motion.
Now it gets to do what it wants.
Yes, it is going to try to engulf you, and since you are, you're again going to be sucked in, this time, and...
Hey, sorry, I had something that was kind of important. I'm so sorry. It was kind of an emergency. My bad.
Totally fine.
You don't take the damage yet. You are...
Oh, come on. Didn't you break out? What happens?
You know.
You tried to run away again and got smacked by the second one.
Okay.
So you are being engulfed again. You aren't taking the crushing damage yet, but yeah, you will start taking it on your turn. But with that, this creature is going to... you again watch as the holes begin to refill once again. As your companion is once again being absorbed into this amalgamation of flesh, and it now lunges forward towards you all. And it is going to take a strike at you, Tim, since you're the closest. That is a 16 to hit. I don't think hits you.
Nope.
You're just taunting the dice, you know that, right?
It's okay. I'm all for it.
Oh, you lucky bastard. That was a 17. Okay.
All the good
Both
rolls,
strikes out of the way. You and Chugrulk managed to dodge out of the way. Man, I was hoping to absorb 2 of you. Let's see.
Bad.
All right. Well, with that, Tim, as you dodge out of the way of these 2 massive flesh fists, what would you like to do, sir?
I mean, I don't have time.
Man, and of course, the moment I set the dice down to, it rolls a 20. Piece of shit.
Alright,
Attacks on the big guy have advantage, by the way.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do because of the guiding bolt.
No,
Oh,
my guiding
sick.
bolt didn't hit.
Nice.
Never mind.
Yeah, it did.
Oh.
Did it?
Yeah, your guiding bolt hit. You did 9 damage.
Oh yeah, look at that. You did.
That happen.
Yeah, there you go.
That was when you hit the battle rolls, really? 46?
Oh yeah. Cool.
Hey man, damage is damage.
Yeah.
Damage do be damage.
Damage do be damaging. With that, Tim, what would you be damaging? Or opening?
Blast him.
So, yeah, I know that's the thing. So I get advantage at the big guy, but I get disadvantage. Do I get disadvantage for casting at the big guy with the guy next to me, or no? That's if I'm just targeting the guy next to me for a spell.
If you're firing a ranged attack, a spell or a ranged weapon, and you don't have some sort of feat that negates it, it's at disadvantage when you're directly in melee.
For either of them.
Okay. So it basically equals itself out. So it's just a normal attack then if I'm attacking the big guy.
Right. In this case, because of the guiding bolt, yeah, it'd be a normal attack roll.
Okay. Well, I do like fire, but the problem is that if I do it, it's that Georgio's gonna get. You're gonna get hit anyway, right? Because if I hit him with a cone effect or whatever, he's gonna get hit, right?
You could do the cone to the side, don't get you.
Yeah, well, I was trying to attack all 3 guys in front of me, but since you're in that cone, that's the problem. Yeah, I'm trying to like maximize here.
That would auto death save, or fail a death save, right? 2 of them. Don't do that, please.
No,
Yeah, if you hit him right now when he's unconscious, it's an auto crit failure and 2 death saves.
Yeah, so I'm gonna aim. Yeah, no, so I'll aim my cone like to like the left. Yeah, my left. So like it's like more so on that, so it doesn't hit Georgio.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast. Let's see, what do I do? Yeah, I can do a guaranteed thing. I will cast Burning Hands. I will just go for that.
Okay. What's the
either way, it'll guaranteed damage.
Save on that?
Dex 16.
Fucking way he's saving this. No, you got a 4. So yeah, go ahead and roll.
That's at level 1, by the way.
Okay. 12. You sear off a large chunk of flesh, and again, this creature is just holding on by a thread and likely wouldn't be around if your companion weren't kept getting absorbed here.
I know.
Just slap it. Just
slap it. Give him the clamps. Give him the clamps.
Clamps. I don't think I got anything else. I think I don't have a bonus thing I can do. Yeah, I got nothing else I can do. I will actually, hold on. I just want to double check. Is this a bonus?
What are you trying to do?
I'm looking at one of my spells for something. I just want to...
Which spell?
Sanctuary.
I don't remember on Sanctuary.
Sanctuary is a bonus action. I technically can't cast it against someone I ward a creature against attack.
Is Sanctuary a leveled spell?
It is a first level spell.
You already cast Burning Hands, so you can't cast 2 leveled spells in a turn.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was a bonus action. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
And I got nothing.
Yeah. You. Right. Well, you can't cast a leveled spell twice in a turn unless you have. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying 2 of the same level, not.
Oh, okay. No. You just can't cast 2 leveled spells. It has to be a leveled spell and a cantrip.
That makes sense.
If you have a means of having 2 actions, like a sorcerer's metamagic, that sort of thing, or an action surge, something like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah, I got nothing else. So that is.
Because otherwise, somebody could drop 2 fireballs in a turn. That's the reasoning behind it. Yeah, you couldn't drop like 2 crazy spells in a turn. All right. Cedric, your companion is still engulfed by this creature. It is not looking good either way, but you can see that its wounds are beginning to close up once again, as long as your companion is engulfed inside it.
Yeah, I'm going to Let's Toll the Dead again.
Okay.
For the best.
That's 15 wisdom.
15 wisdom.
That's a natural 1, so yeah, go ahead and shoot your shot.
It would have been the first one, the 14.
14.
Cedric, kill this guy.
Open.
How do you want to do this?
Finally.
About time. Whatever one is the largest of the heads, I just want to put a bell over it and just vibrate kind of uncontrollably, hopefully just like knocking all its teeth out of its head and falls to the floor.
Almost like as this ethereal bell descends upon the head of this creature, the main, what you could resemble as a head, extends down, and you hear this boom, boom, like a gong coming down, and like a scene from Venom and Spider-Man, you watch this mass of flesh vibrate to its breaking point before exploding in all directions. As Giorgio, you are dropped in this mass of exploding flesh. You all are just covered in this just immediate explosion of creature in all directions. It is disgusting. But your friend's seemingly not, part of this creature any longer, but is unconscious and prone beside it.
All right.
Fine. Totally fine.
He's fine.
I will say that the 2 sludges right now are... You watch as one proceeds over... I need 2 saving throw. Well, 1... Well, you're both in the range, so it's still 1. Giorgio, you auto-fail. That is 2 failed death saves.
Saves immediately?
Yeah, because you're within the range of its contaminated cloud.
Okay. Hey, you guys need to do something, please.
Yeah, I mean, could I still use my bonus action from the previous time?
Yeah, I didn't know if... Yeah, if you still had your bonus action, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I would go ahead and just try to get him up again.
Okay.
Just need another...
Healing word?
Not try to. Use another healing word.
Okay.
Another 4.
Giorgio, you come to your senses just as you... and you watch as this creature just climbs over your limp form as you're kind of masked by the mass of this exploded creature that you somehow don't realize where the abomination went before you realize you're in a mass of just dead flesh around you as this creature crawls over you, and you look back at your comrades just long enough for you to get a big whiff of the cloud. Yeah, so I need saving throws from everybody against contamination.
How many do I need to make?
Just one. It's one big fucking cloud. Yeah.
Gotcha. Constitution.
Yeah, you do have advantage.
We do?
You do have advantage because of Aqua Expurgo.
Swell.
Dude.
Love that.
Lucky.
What the hell,
thank
dude?
goodness. Yeah, thanks, Shiny and I needed that.
Okay, so which one is your success or your higher one?
Definitely
I mean-
Shiny and I are 27s. Yeah.
27.
Okay,
is my
yeah,
highest.
27,
Something
27. Okay,
like that,
cool.
yeah.
And then
Mine's
that's your highest one? You can roll. Did you roll 2? You have
Yeah,
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah, he got a nat 1.
Yep,
And then
I got a nat 1.
Oh,
I
I
didn't
didn't
Oh.
see.
Cedric.
Where's the net? Oh, I see it. Oh.
And then, yeah,
Oh.
Giorgio, you're fine. Cedric, as you're casting this and you reach out to release the incantation, you don't quite get your mouth closed far enough, and you take a big inhale of this toxic gas. You can expend one of your charges, or you can accept a level of contamination.
Give me that
Cool
contamination.
power.
Okay.
Cool
You take.
power. What do we get?
Spider-Man incoming.
Well, first you take 9 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, no.
And then I need you to roll a d6 for me, please. As you take 1 level of contamination.
What's he gonna get? What's he gonna
You
get?
do not mutate.
Damn.
Oh.
Because you only have
Latest
level 1.
mutation I've ever
You,
seen.
if you were to roll a 1 there, then you would mutate. Basically, you have to either meet or exceed the level of contamination to start mutating.
Damn it for now.
But yeah, right now you do have 1 level of contamination. But yeah, with that, we are back to the top of the round. Chugrulk, you have 2 of these creatures. One heavily wounded, the other seemingly untouched as it begins to rear back to attack.
If I've got a shield, my shield shove thing.
Oh, from Shield
The one
Master?
Yeah, the one that's not that harmed. If I went to shield, like shove that one back. Which one is the one that's not as hurt?
The one diagonal to you, the one on the right.
Yeah. So if I was to push that one back, would that leave my thing? Would I get an attack on it, or how does that thing work?
No, you don't get attack of opportunity for forced movement.
Okay, cool. Well, then I think I'm just gonna attack like the weak one, the one that's right in front of me to start with. That in mind.
Yeah, and your shield shove, does that knock them prone when you do so? What does it
doesn't say.
read?
It
It
just
would
says that
say.
it shoves the creature within 5.
Okay, so it doesn't knock them prone, it just shoved them back.
No.
Okay.
I was just curious, yeah. I think I'm just gonna attack like the one in front of me first, and then. Sorry, go on.
Does your thing say that you shove the creature, like specifically say that you shove
Shove.
a certain like distance away? Because shove and
Which is
IV
weird. So
is
it says,
either
if
move
you,
or knock it prone.
yeah, so this is how it reads. I just read it out. It says if you take the attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to try and shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield.
Alright. It just gives you the shove
You'd
action
either
as a
knock it
bonus
prone
action.
or move it away.
Right.
Right.
Get to choose.
Right.
You can actually, there's a selection, Spudley, you can post that in the chat if you want to. There's an option when you see that little D20, the little red D20, there's an option, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
That posts it so everybody can
That's
read
gonna
it.
happen in this
If you take the
video,
attack
so that's-
action on...
Oh, so you can do it for things like that. Like,
Right, okay, so you're good. Yeah, it doesn't knock him prone. That's not an option. But yes, are you swinging with Ignatius?
oh, sorry, that was just me clicking on the. I thought that would just link Ignatius. That was just me clicking that beyond 20 button up the top.
Oh,
right,
I'm sorry.
on Ignatius, I thought that was gonna link it. That's my bad.
Okay.
So you can ignore that if you want, or you can use it. I'm not sure how that actually.
Well, were
works
you
out.
going to attack anyway with the
I
sword?
was going to attack anyway, so did that do?
Yeah, no, that hits.
Oh, cool.
A
Okay,
21
cool.
hits, yeah, and 17, and
so
then...
that just does it all in one, right?
Right.
So,
And then you need to
17
still
damage.
roll the radiant damage as well, the 4d6.
Oh yes. This one.
It put that in there.
No, that's the two-handed on the right-hand side.
Oh, is it not the
Oh,
8 and then the...
Right.
No, yeah, that's something else. Yeah, because it doesn't say radiant.
Yeah, right.
I don't-
Yeah. Okay. 14.
Yeah, no. So 17 plus 14, yeah. How do you want to do this?
Well, I mean, I just want to. I think I just want to smell some more burnt flesh. I'm gonna be using this thing to toast the skin straight off this bad boy.
Okay. You slice down cleanly and then across with the heated blade of Ignatius as you hear the voice once more. Yes! Stretch out with righteousness through these abominations! Is there anything else you'd like to do? You still have your second attack.
The second attack, I'm gonna slide. Hearing this, the voice, I'm gonna be, absolutely up a lead and slice again. So we're gonna throw another one out to the other
The
guy.
encouragement from Ignatius.
Let's see. These have. I think that still hits. Yes, that definitely still hits. These do not have great. Yeah, they don't. Yeah. So. Yes. Okay. So go ahead and roll the 4d6 as well.
And it doesn't do that. That's weird.
Well, it's not. It's part of the. Yeah, it's separate.
Yeah.
16, 19. That's 20, 35. This thing is bloodied, but still corporeal, or still standing. Is there anything else you'd like to do? I think you can try to shield shove it, but well, yeah, you can push it any direction you want. I was gonna say if you shove it straight back, you'd be on top of Georgio.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think like now knowing what I know, I don't know if that's the best idea. Just because Georgio's next. Wait, no, Georgio's pretty much passed out. He's like weak as of the moment.
No, he's awake.
I'm awake. I'm on the ground, but I'm awake.
Yeah, he's awake and conscious.
I can't use my no. That was my bonus action, wasn't it?
No, you didn't use your bonus action because you didn't shield shove.
I might use my my second wind, just considering I know that we're
Okay.
what's to come.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your second win there. You can add back 14 points of HP. All right, and then we are down to you, Georgio. Take this guy off. They are.
Okay, let me see something here. I've got 4 health.
I've got 4 health.
I've already used my second win. So I'm going to stand up, dust off my pants, wipe some grime off, whatever.
Okay.
Hold up my finger to tell everybody to take a second, and I'm going to drink one of my health potions.
Okay.
And that's all that I do.
That's all you're right.
Let's see. We'll do.
Regular, greater, superior. Which one you?
I bought a couple of them, so
Okay.
we'll look at it and see. Let's see. Greater's 44 plus 4. Superior's 84. Just greater. I'll drink the greater potion.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and.
Let's do it. 44 is going to be 2, 4, 3, and 3. So that's going to be 12 and 4. So 16 health.
Okay.
Comes back. And that ends my turn.
All right. I would assume you stand up, or do you move?
Yeah,
or...
I stood up.
Okay.
Stood
Okay.
up,
So you
dusted
still
off
have
my
15
pants.
foot of movement if you wanted to move around.
I do not.
Okay. All right. Well, the protein abomination, at least the one that wasn't banished to some pocket dimension, is gone. Oh, Cedric, I need a concentration check from you from the damage. Or for
that's
banishment.
Yeah, that's just a straight D20, right?
D20 plus your con modifier, and I think you have Warcaster, so you have advantage. Yeah, you're fine.
14 plus.
Yeah, because it's half the damage or 10, which is ever's greater. You took, yeah, you're good. 14
damage.
covers that, yeah. You're good.
That's fine.
Yeah, so you maintain concentration on banishment, even though you suck back a big mouthful of contaminated gas.
Yeah, right.
Tim, we are on to you, sir. What would you like to do?
Okay.
You are full frontal with the remainder of this fleshy monster spitting out toxic farts.
Great, love that.
You're welcome.
Let's see.
That new Taco Bell breakfast taco is really hitting hard. A little too much Baja Blast and breakfast taco.
I just want to make sure what it is here, if it's a fail or not. Okay, sure, why not? It's a cantrip that I have, so I'm going to cast Mind Sliver on him.
Okay, I like it. So that's an intelligence save of 16. 16. Really doubt this thing has much intelligence.
While we're doing it.
Yeah, it literally has to roll a natural 20 for it to succeed.
Nice.
No, not even close. So yeah, go ahead and roll your damage, and I think it has a minus D4 penalty to its next saving throw as well.
That is correct.
Yep. Yeah, I like me some Mind Sliver and Mind Whip.
Yike. 4.
4 damage. Hey, man, every little bit helps. As you rack this creature's what semblance of a brain it has with psychic energy, but it is still lunging forward towards you all.
Okay. That is my twine.
Okay, Cedric, we are back to you.
I'm going to attempt to just toll the dead on this guy as well.
Okay. So 15 wisdom. I doubt this thing has much mental faculty. It's not. At least it's not negative. That is a 2. Go ahead and roll your damage. 15. How do you want to do this?
This one's just gonna drop on him. It's gonna be an inverted bell.
Just an upside down bell falls on this creature, and like watching a anvil fall on a water balloon, it just in all directions outwards. Giorgio, you get a nice face full of very rotten flesh. Tim, you get a nice face full too. You were on the other side of it.
So hopefully I'm okay.
You're good.
Wonderful.
Gross. So gross.
Well, without any remaining creatures in this dimension for the time being, what's the length of banishment? 10 minutes? 1 minute?
I think 1 minute.
A minute? You got about 30 seconds before that thing shows back up.
Yep.
I would say you guys got like 3-4 rounds before you this thing. So.
All right. Just focus on your thing. I'll focus on my thing. All right. Just relax.
For the time being, we are out of initiative. We may be right back in it if y'all can't figure out how to get the fucking door open.
Since I failed Arcana, I'll do investigation. See if that gets me anything better on the door.
All right, let's see it.
No, great.
Keep searching for a keyhole that doesn't exist. I mean, that's one try. You got 2 more.
Okay.
Arcana or investigation.
Right.
Christ.
What were you saying?
What are we trying to figure out here?
How to get the door open.
Figured the door open.
Investigation or Arcana. If you want to roll simultaneously with him, I'll allow it.
I'm gonna throw guidance at him.
Okay, so you can add a D4 to that as well if you want to. But in this case, I will let you know, Tim, on those 2 rolls, unfortunately, it would not make a difference.
Yeah, of course it won't.
But you can roll it right now if you want. Giorgio, if you want to roll a couple times as well, you're welcome to. Investigation or Arcana.
Investigation maybe, blue one. Is this something that Tim you might remember from your past, ever having come here?
Or you can roll. One can roll with advantage if you want to roll, help action. If you want to do it that way.
Investigation.
My roll was a 2 on the dice, and so I don't think it would help regardless. But what's?
Oh my god, we can't fucking get this door.
Would history help?
Fucking doors, man. I will. It's up to y'all. You got one more try here. You can each roll separately, investigation or arcana, or one of you can roll with advantage with the help of the other. With guidance, I'm sorry.
The advantage with the +8.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then he gets a 4 on top of a D4 on top of whatever he rolls.
All right, sure. Let's give it a shot.
Plus the D4.
Ignore the third one, because it was being really slow.
Right.
Yeah. So then we'll take the D4. So it's a 15 plus.
What's your D4? 3.
So 18, right? Yeah, 18.
So with Arcana, the DC is a 16. The investigation, it was an 18, so you just barely made it. Letting you guys know.
Okay, great.
That's hilarious.
As you fumble around, as the last seconds tick down, as you feel the strain of the spell waning in your mind, Cedric, Tim, you notice right as you are pounding on the door, your fist getting frustrated, you notice that the ring that you bear now slots ever so faintly into the faintest curvature of this door. And as you touch the knuckled face of this 4-piece ring onto the outside of this sigil, you watch as it glows an amethyst purple. And you see a thin, glowing line draw up, separating between the stone slabs as you hear them begin to open from the center. Just as that happens, Cedric, you hold for the last final seconds as you all try to rush inside the building, as you begin to hear the faintest echo in your mind as and like a reversal of sludge beginning to pour out of like a water spigot. This creature finds itself back in the material plane just as you slide through the doors. And behind you, the two largest in your group, Georgio and Cedric, slam the stone shut.
You made it.
Easy.
Action movie scene, just everybody like breathing heavy behind.
You watch as your two companions pushing the two sides of the stone door, just as this creature, you feel, you can just barely hear the subtle thump as this large mutated fist slams against the stone from the outer side. And you hear that surge in heat again before and a loud whining squeal from the other side before silence.
Good.
As you enter the lobby of the inscrutable tower, and Swadley, I know you need to leave probably within the next 30 or 45 minutes at the most, so let me...
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm getting a little bit of
So let me go ahead and read a little bit and set up the scene for the next session, and then we'll wrap it up there.
Nice.
So let me, read a little something for y'all. The front doors lead into a massive lobby that fills the tower base. The ceiling is nearly 50 feet high and supported by obsidian pillars etched with intricate sigils. The floor is reflective marble decorated with intricate arcane patterns. Rows of tall, thin vents along the outer walls form transparent openings, allowing a view of Drakenheim outside. On two opposite sides of the lobby are 3 sets of metallic double doors and railingless spiral staircases of metal and glass wrap upward around the pillars on each corner. Throughout the rest of the room are chest-high stone dividing walls that form semi-private meeting areas set with metallic chairs and glass-topped tables. Bobbling motes of spectral light drift through the air, illuminating the chamber with soft, arcane light. In addition to this, not unlike the automatons that you've seen accompanying other members of the Academy, Tim, these large mindless beasts of burden by comparison to your own form, you see 4 of such shield guardians, as they're referred to, stumbling about through this lobby, walking back and forth aimlessly from east to west, north to south, as they patrol this lobby. I'll go ahead and show you guys here. You would be down at the very bottom here, right at this southern door. So if you want to drag your tokens in there, you can. As you see immediately 4 of such said shield guardians standing about in patrol around this entry lobby. And as you enter and slam the stone doors shut, first, these 2 at the front turn and acknowledge your presence. Their motionless eyes behind empty helmets, turning lifeless and still as they glow a deep crimson red as they stare upon you, signaling the other 2 to do the same. Tim, you recognize that this is a signal traditionally given by the wielder of the shield guardians, by a sort of control talisman of some kind, but you see no wielder in these areas. You see no control. These masterless shield guardians approach you all in a systematic but uncommanded manner. Aggressive, prepared to follow through on perhaps a command centuries old. We'll go ahead and end it there for tonight.